Hey guys, welcome back, or thanks for joining if this is your first time. Today I'm going to be sharing, as I often do, the materials I'll be using for my kiddos. So first of all, we have this is a back-ordered book from the Memoria Press Baby, I'd say Baby Laban, that's not what it's called, little program they have. I can never remember what it's called, but this was back-ordered, and as you can see, it's used. Used books often take longer to arrive because they're from third-party sellers. So we just got that one, and there's only one other book that I'm waiting for that. And then we have Writing with Ease Level 2. If you watched my most recent video, you probably saw that I got Writing with Ease Level 1 and Level 3. The level 1, I think, might be a little bit too, not challenging enough for my second grader. So I wanted to see if the level 2 would be more. So let's look at the first lesson. Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm looking for. So the level 3 has a lot more of this narration type activity, and that was something that my daughter was interested in doing. Level 1 has more of the basic copy work where you're writing like one sentence at a time, and the narration is like draw a picture or have the instructor write it and then you copy it. So it was a little bit not challenging. I suspect that later on in level 1 it would be a better fit, but instead of just skipping to the middle, I thought, why not get level 2 and check that out? So the first assignment is from The Owl and the Grasshopper by Aesop. Then you have the instructor question, student answer, which always works really well for us. Then you have them summarize it. And then you're still having the copy work on day 2. And let's look at, so the way that these are structured now is they have all of the lessons and the writing in them. It used to be a separate book, which I've shown in another prior video, and then you would only have the student pages, but this has all of the teacher pages and the student pages. As you can see, it's about 2 to 3 inches thick. So in the back are the student pages, which it has you rip out, and I'm just putting those in a binder. I wish that I didn't have to rip them out. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. So day 1, they're writing their narration here. Then day 2, you're doing copy work. And then day 3, dictation. So this is where you read it to them and then they write it down. This is probably the most challenging skill for a second grader to be able to do, the narration and dictation. And is this... You have 2 pages for some reason, and then you have creative writing. Okay. And then you still have the drawing page. Okay, so this might be a good fit for what I'm particularly looking for. Let's go ahead and look at the table of contents so you guys can see. Oh, it actually doesn't say anything. Oh, here we go. So here's the reading selections. And it tells you how to do stuff. Anyway, so that's Writing with Ease Level 2. I'm looking forward to implementing that. Then we have, for my older students, I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Yeah, okay. We have a college textbook. So this is for Fundamentals of Investing class through a community college online. And they specified the 9th edition. Oh, so this might even be the wrong edition, but this is by McGraw-Hill. This is specifically what the teacher requested. And this is a class that my daughter's trying out, and I'm not sure if she's going to keep it or not. I was able to find this on Amazon used. It was like $27 or something, which is astonishing. And the reason I got it there was because the class already started and I wanted to get it as quickly as possible. So I paid a little bit more to get this expedited, again, from a used seller. And this is just typical textbook. And this is one of the classes that she's more inclined to drop because she is not a business major. But I was really impressed with the way that course was structured. So anyhow, we've got our next book. And this one is actually from Half Price Books, which I was excited to see they had it. these things are pretty hard to find online. This is another textbook, Art Through the Ages, 15th edition, Global History Volume 2. This is a art history book for art history from Baroque to Contemporary. She took Contemporary last year. I think I may have shared about that. And this one was, let's see if I have the receipt. It doesn't say how much I paid for it, but anyway, it's obviously used. And here's the table of contents. And so this is also a community college class that we're doing for dual enrollment. And here's what you've got in here. And so a lot of the classes are now doing online textbooks to try and make them zero cost, which is good. But a couple of them needed to get these textbooks, so I went ahead and got those quickly. But other than that, there's zero cost for high school students doing community college classes as high school students. And now in California, if you are a full-time community college student, for the first 2 years, there is a grant available so that it will be free for you as well. That didn't used to be the case. I think it's $46 a unit normally. But that is something that I don't know who's responsible for getting passed or what have you, but I think it's a great program. So for the first 2 years, you can get full-time community college credit or classes for free. All right, and then this is the last Wildman Free book, which I hadn't gotten, Nature, and I did check this out from the library to make sure I wanted it, and I had looked at it also on the app. And so it's got these different activities and inspirational things, and so it was just something that I wanted to have so that I could refer back to it. It's a paperback copy. And anyway, that is that. Wild and Free Nature, 25 outdoor adventures for kids to explore, discover, and awaken their curiosity. Here's the back. Right. And then the next book is also something that I checked out from the library, and this is the Giant Encyclopedia of Lesson Plans for Children 3 to 6. I know lesson plan for that age is going to be probably considered unnecessary with my other fellow homeschoolers, but it's not necessarily what you would think of as a lesson plan. It's kind of like, I think this would be like really great for like a co-op setting. Obviously it would be great for a preschool classroom, but you can see like this is the lesson plan. Like, invite the children to create various farm animal pens using blocks and display plastic animals or pictures of animals in each pen. And then there's additional small motor skills, and there's book recommendations. And it's just like a really easy, no-brainer way to have activities. Even if you are just homeschooling your own child, you don't have to do stuff exactly as written, but there's a lot of different activities that you could do. So I was trying to see if I could find, there's one about blueberries. Maybe I'll look at the appendix for that, because I thought that was particularly cute. I'm sorry if you can hear my toddler in the background. He's having a great time in the other room. Blueberries. Okay, so maybe 101, 119. No, 119. Okay, I'm not finding the page that I was looking for, but there's a page that was like about blueberries, and then there was like blueberries for Sal and stuff like that. But anyway, so you can see the theme of whatever the activity is here. Then you have circle time activities, dramatic play, large motor skills, math, sensory. This is gross motor, obviously, and small motor, fine motor. Book suggestions, a snack idea, how you can review the lesson, and assessment. So these are more for classroom setting. But anyway, I thought that this was a great book, and I always find it easier if I have something to refer to in print form rather than going and searching on the internet or, God forbid, Pinterest, where I probably have, 20 different boards or what have you. Oh, look, it's organized by thing. See if I can find it. Oh, Very Blueberry. That's the one I was talking about. Page 174. Here we go. So you put a bunch of blueberries in a container and ask them to guess how many are in there, and you have these different activities. And then you have blueberries for Sal, blueberry mouse, blueberry shoe, jamberry, and white is for blueberry. And then you can have foods with blueberry, ask them to use their senses. So just a really sweet book, very accessible, and definitely could be used in a way to be very organic rather than academic. So that was that. And I bet you could find that at a thrift store, by the way. I've seen stuff like that there all the time. And definitely check your local library if you're interested. Okay, so this is the book we've been waiting for a while. This is the first spine for the Build Your Library Level 10, and it's volume 1 through 7, From the Big Bang to Alexander the Great. This book is very hard to find. It is out of print. And if you'll see my previous video, which is like change-ups for 2025, I was talking about like, oh, where did this book go? So it just hadn't come yet. So one thing that I was saying in that video was that I appreciate how Build Your Library has these kind of non-traditional textbooks for students who may not be interested in doing a traditional, text-heavy, maybe boring situation. So these are the main spines that she has for this first year of world history. And I was just going to see if there is like an index of that. Peloponnesian War. So anyway, this is an assigned book, like I said, for that world history. And then we've got one more box for today. And that is our last college textbook. This is for macroeconomics. One thing I thought was interesting was the professor said that you could use anything after, I think, the 3rd edition. So I thought that was interesting, probably because the page numbers are going to be similar enough. Oh, and here's someone's notes in here. Very nice handwriting. And here is the table of contents. And we are using macroeconomics to substitute for the senior year economics course rather than doing AP macroeconomics, or a high school level text, because I really haven't been able to find something that I love. We're going to be doing it through the community college, and so that will satisfy both the high school credit requirement. I don't know if it's an A through G requirement or not, or if it's just an elective. And then it will also satisfy the IGETC requirement. I don't remember under which letter that is, social sciences or whatever that is. Also, I think several social science majors require it. Not sure. Anyway, so there's that table of contents. And again, this is a class that my student is trying out, and we'll see if she decides to keep it or not. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to make sure that we had the textbook so that they wouldn't be getting behind in reading and things like that. Oh, look, it's got a supply and demand chart. I loved econ, in case I haven't already shared about that or you haven't seen the video where I mentioned that. I did consider double majoring in it, but I'm not a math person, and calculus was a roadblock for me. So anyway, I think this will be very interesting course for my student, and that is the last book that I have to show you guys. So basically what we have is a lot of high school, particularly dual enrollment stuff for my students, and then we've got one preschool thing, nature thing, and 2nd grade. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more what materials we use as a mostly secular, eclectic homeschool with 6 kids, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.